There's an old saying in boxing that when you knock a man out, you'll knock him out quicker in the rematch. And that held true tonight. Zhang came out and he picked up right where he left off in the last fight. It took him 6 rounds to end the first one. It only took him 3 to end it tonight. Zhang made it look easy in these 2 fights, man. But let's not forget, Joe Joyce was a huge favorite going into that first fight because of how good he looked. Take a look at these numbers here. 2nd in KO percentage, 1st in punches thrown per round, 1st in punches landed per round, 1st in jabs landed per round. And you're talking about a really big guy here, 6'6", 280 pounds. He was already talked about as being a future opponent for some of the biggest names in the division. You know, Joe Joyce came into this fight tonight with redemption on his mind. He wanted to come out here and prove to the world that that last fight was a fluke. Now, unfortunately for him, what we saw was the Joe Joyce train becoming completely derailed. Now, coming out in this one, Joyce was staying on the outside, circling to his left. Relatively uneventful round. Zhang threw a few left hands. Joyce caught him with his right glove. Not much happened. Both guys just kind of feeling stuff out. But about a minute into the second, man, we saw the first spark here. We saw the first spark and something start to come alive. Zhang comes forward with this left hand. Joe Joyce catches it, but Zhang follows it up with a quick little right hand. And you can see the look of surprise here on Joyce's face. Shortly after that, man, Zhang got another left hand in and Joe Joyce just starts to fall apart, man. That is the beginning of the end. Zhang just starts rattling off shots until the end of the round. Landing good left hands, landing good right hooks. You know where this one is going. 3rd round starts, Zhang comes out, and now he's being patient. You can tell he's playing the stalker. The end is near, but he is just not even showing Joyce any respect at this time. He's circling into the right hand. He's not worried about any of the power that's coming back at him. And he is just lining up his shots and landing with authority. And it didn't take too long before this turned into target practice out here. Now, I particularly like this combination here from Zhang. Let's take a look at it. He started this off with a left hand upstairs. And when he sees Joe Joyce is stunned, he follows up with 2 big hooks upstairs. And I love this hard shot to the body and then a big right hook to the head. Great work. Then let's take a look at this closing sequence. Zhang connects with a straight left hand to the body and then just a nasty right hook upstairs, man. He set that up beautifully. He was pounding Joe Joyce all round, had him confused, had him on his back foot. Zhang heard that 10-second bell and he exploded into these shots, man. That was huge. Look at the way he landed. That shot just had Joe Joyce laying on his face. Game over. Now, when we take a look at Zhang, he goes from winning a silver medal at the Olympics to 1 questionable loss on his record and now 2 just definitive stoppages over Joe Joyce. So we got to ask the question, where does he go from here? Where does he go? Are we talking about him amongst the elite in the division? Are we talking about fighting a guy like Andy Ruiz next? Who's gonna step in the ring with him next? What kind of a payday is gonna get? Are we gonna talk about him as potentially making a big leap? And if we're not talking about it now, when are we gonna be talking about it? Because he's not getting any younger. And what we saw in these last 2 fights were impressive performances. So let me know what you guys think. What's gonna be next for Zhang? What's gonna be next for Joe Joyce? Besides some rest, because that man needs some time off. That was 2 devastating losses in 2023. Let me know.